sometimes you can do everything right and still not get the result that you wanted. And that seems like a really tough pill to swallow for people. I think that's why people become uncomfortable with fully feeling their emotions.
Yeah.
So where do you go? What do you think when I gave it my all there, I bared myself, and I still got kicked in the nuts?
Yep. Not only did I feel like I deserve it, I feel like I earned it, and I still didn't get it. Wait a minute, but you said that's the playbook, and I followed the playbook. You said these were the rules and the regulations. I followed it, and I was good at it. I still didn't get it. Well, I suppose that's why we have entrepreneurs and criminals. And I mean, I think I naturally come back and look, I hustle. I'm a hustler. I'm not puritanical. I'm not trying to preach a absolute straight and narrow way to go things. I bullshitted my way into things and faked my way into making things. Pulled off stunts. But I've never been able to really live with, by hook or by crook, I'll get it how I can get it. I'll lie, cheat, and steal to get it. I got the prize, and I'm still okay. I got it. My own shadow chases me down in the middle of the night, and those nightmares do become my own daymares. Now, the going for it and not getting it, which we see a lot now. Right now, I think we're living in times where one of the indirect examples we'll see from some leadership is, who's got the power? Winner. Okay. So what are the ethics? Well, whatever the winner does. Yeah, but the winner, like, been pillaged and lied and cheated and stole to get the prize. What? He won. Wait a minute. You moved the goalpost while I had the ball was in the air, man. Is that okay? They won. And I'm not buying to say, I'm not ready to purchase that. Okay, that's just how it is. And I'm in no way foolish enough to think that everybody out there is on their best behavior. No, me neither. But I'm not ready for just, hey, however you can pull it off and however many people you crumple along the way, there ain't no rules, regulations. Oh, and actually, if you do follow the rules, you're a sucker. Fuck you. What's the game for then? We're going to get dizzy on that. That's going to self-implode. That's not the wild, wild west. That's more than that. That's upside down and backwards and the foot's on the other shoe. That's not going to last. That doesn't have any long-term ROI for us personally or collectively as humanity, I don't think. So we've got to police that ourselves. You know? And I think that's my hunch, is that we start with that. Everyone, no matter how much they're thinking globally or collectively, it all starts with something very, very personal. And that's where a revolution could begin. A revolution of evolution would begin, that each person goes, I'm going to go one step further. As I talk about, to salvage my character, or one step further before I pull the parachute, quit.
Model the rise, not the result.
I like that.
Model the rise, not the result, because the result is where they're at now. Do not ask Warren Buffett about how long he spends reading the newspaper and poring over old books. That guy was a hustler. He was a hustler when he was young. What did you do when you were at the stage that I am at? Not what do you do now? Right. Because I want to get to where you are. That means I don't do what you do now. Right. I do what you did to get there. Model the rise, not the result.
Love that. The approach. Okay. I'm all for that, and the way, especially the way you just explained it. And let's just talk about overall and I haven't thought of it when thinking about aspirations with people and things, but the result, which we know there isn't really one, and we cannot imitate someone else's exact result. We're going to have our own way to get there. The approach is all. I think that's the best our life can get, is one constant approach, and with many different approaches, but knowing there is no result. That's when I always say, the metaphor, life's a verb. But that's really fun to go, no, don't study the result. What was the person doing when they got there? And everybody who's achieved something great was some sort of outlaw.
Yep.
Some
Imbalance.
sort of hustler. Out of balance, out of whack, dark times. Whoa.
Airstream.
Still wakes up in the middle of the night and glad they're wearing a mouth guard because they had chipped all their teeth through that fucking nightmare they were having about those things they did back then.
Okay.
I'm one of those.
Well, another question would be, what virtue is there in balance if there was no such thing as imbalance to fight against?
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, I just reached equanimity.
Right.
You know, I walked out onto this tightrope. Yeah, exactly. And I don't know, I didn't wobble once.
Well, now we're going into, I got that thing in there. I said, what's better? Take eight big risks in life, sin once, miss the mark once, but get achieve seven out of 8. Or take 100 risks and achieve 8 of them. My hunch is that if there's a God, he's saying, go for the 100 and get 8, rather than 8 and get 7. If you're not taking enough risk to sin or miss the mark, which is what sin means, to fail, then what are you doing? Don't go back with even money. Go back with the safe bets, which that can become a sort of recessive. Peace, namaste. No, it's almost a. I don't think it's what the mystics meant when they were like, be disattached. I think it meant go embrace, but for highs and lows and pains and pleasures, understand that those outward things are not the things to be attached to for your own identity. It's got to be inward first. Enjoy those, partake, but don't become attached to those for your measure.
There's an idea from Isaiah Berlin called the inner citadel. He says, when the world denies us that which we want, we retreat into ourselves in a kind of spiritual depth, into a sort of inner citadel. Basically, if you can't get what you want, you teach yourself to want what you can get.
My dad telling me when I wanted to go to film school instead of law school, and I thought he was going to go, you want to what? Him taking that pause and saying, is that what you want to do? And I said, yes, sir. And him going, well, don't half-ass it. I was waiting for so much more. That was it. And that was it. Nothing better he could have told me at that time. Yeah, it's also, I think, remembering when we overthink things or over-explain things. You're stealing a lot of times in moments that you think maybe you're teaching, even ourselves, especially others. You're stealing the dignity of leaving the truth in the asker's kitchen. Like letting someone come up with, have a conversation, but you're letting them come up with the answer. It's like what the best directors do in films. They don't tell you what to do. They talk about it and get you to go, oh yeah, so it's, and they go, it is as you say. Then we got ownership. Then that's our idea. Whether we were manipulated into it or not, we're going, thank you, it's mine. Now we got fire. Now we got purpose. Now that you get the great performance in front of the camera, and I think in life more too, when a person feels like they came up with the idea. I always tell directors, I say, man, I'm easy to direct. Just don't tell me what to do.
Let's say someone has been kicked in the nuts a good bit by life. How do you advise them to sort of become the hero of their own story again?
Oof. Man, that's a tough one. I'm gonna pull in here called Heaven or Not and try and find it and see if this kind of half answers that question. And I don't have that answer. A lot of times these here it is, heaven or not, tomorrow is not today's measurement when the misery is bad enough, right? These people don't have to the suffering consideration. It's a privilege, man. I'm trying to put food on the table right now. I'm paying my rent tonight. You want to talk to me about investing in my future? What do you? And I say, and that's part of what faith and religion are for. To help those in misery hang on to a hope that will most likely not be served them in this life. To sell them belief and faith that they will be served in the next. And what if there is nothing there, man? What if there's nothing to hope for? What if there's no next? I don't know. But either way, in misery here or without a heaven there, not having any hope or faith in anything is a certain way to remain where you are forever. But if you can find something that you can keep going something that no matter how small to look forward to and continually have faith in and chase, well, then your life here is going to be better now. Heaven or not? That's a great question. I sit here with a life where I have the luxury to project, to ask myself and ask others, no, make a sacrifice today. Sacrifice a plastic ring today for a gold crown tomorrow. Sacrifice something today for more freedom tomorrow. Sacrifice something today for a possible healthier future for your kids. I understand that's a luxurious position. I'm not going to apologize that I'm in it, but I understand to someone in misery, they're going, good for you, man. I'm trying to feed the family tonight. I'm not thinking past that. I can't think past that. What do you ask them to do? Okay, my indirect thing I would say and understand is, well, if you don't have the hope or believe in something, you're definitely going to remain where you are. And if you have hope and faith in something, I'm not saying it's 100% get out of jail. You're going to absolutely get out, but you got the best chance to.
Peace is a gift of God and grace. To reach it, we must rage.
Rage. Yep. Yeah. I'm going to close my show that I'm doing when I'm this little tour with that. Because, hey man, kumbaya. I get it. I don't think that's how peace is coming. I think that's a great place to hope for, but to get there or closer to there is gonna take punk rock, a rage. It's gonna take getting wild. It's not gonna be necessarily logical. It's not gonna be tame. It's not gonna be whispered. I don't think. It's gonna take nothing. No emotion gets more shit done than rage. For good or for bad. Mm-hmm. Seems like rage really moves the needle.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I think that emotion and that approach shouldn't be thrown out when you're talking about a pursuit of peace or contentment.
You know the story of Sisyphus? A man that was cursed to roll the boulder up a hill for the rest of time by the gods. This man gets cursed. I think he was a demigod. Gets cursed to roll a boulder up a hill. It's a heavy, heavy boulder. He rolls it uphill, and just as he gets to the very top, he stumbles and it falls down and crushes him.
Okay.
And he needs to walk back to the bottom, turn around, pick it back up. And Albert Camus' famous line is, "We must imagine Sisyphus happy." That this pointless pursuit, that he finds joy in the process of doing it. I wonder if we can imagine Icarus happy. I wonder if we can imagine the guy that is flying toward the sun as, well, he had a view that nobody else got from up there. And he only did it once and the wings melted. But what if he'd run that experiment a few times, and what if he had a little parachute that could have sort of brought him down?
Yeah.
You might have realized that was just a one-off, and actually, I think you can get closer.
Right.
Yeah. We must imagine Icarus happy, I think is a cool idea.
Yeah, and
I've always relied on logic to make sense of myself and the world. I've been finding that tougher to do lately. Seems to me the facts have become unreliably overrated. How so?
What is a fact? Where do we go for the facts? What's the truth? Where do we go for that? That's probably a bigger question than what's a fact. I think the facts are an underdog right now. And I'm not sure where to go to find them. The math doesn't seem to be adding up. I'm not looking around so much, and part of the reason I wrote this for my own spiritual therapy, I found myself getting cynical, looking down my nose, not giving people the benefit of the doubt, stereotyping, objectifying full group people in groups. And then the scary part was I started to entertain the idea of, yeah, man, it may just be how it is now. And that scared me. And then I got angry at that, and I'm still in the midst of some anger with that, which is a bit of that rage thing, which makes me act upon it and go, bullshit. I'm not conceding, and I don't think anyone really wants to concede that that's just the way it is. And if it is the way it is, and the reality is not enough to get off to, let's go to the dream. Let's flip that script. I always have gone from nonfiction to say, let's make that the dream. Just keep living. Art emulates life. And that's, in the recent years, has started to pay me back. Being a good man's a lot harder. For good reason. You're not going to be most popular. You're not going to be always most affable. It also doesn't mean you got to be a dick or an asshole. It just means sometimes you're going to go, I believe in this is for me, and that is not for me. And because that is not for me, if you do trespass into my space upon me and my family, I will do my best to cause consequences. And I'm going to let you know that. I hope that's apparent, because I'm not going to intrude on you. But if you trespass that, I'm going to stand up for it. And that we can talk our way out of that. Great. No, it doesn't always work that way. You know, a good man's not looking for trouble. You know, but if it comes, and if he or something he cares about most were susceptible being trespassed on by trouble, a good man does what he can to do to stop that.
I'm interested in where confidence comes from, as far as you're concerned.
Yeah. It definitely comes from belief, not hope. It comes from pulling something off. It comes from, I think I got an ability to do that. Let me work on that. Let me prepare to do that. Oh shit, I'm not sure. Bam, I'm in the game. Action, cut, life, or movie. I did it. I felt it too. I know I did it. And you, who were the observer, go, you did it. I got confidence. I personally felt it, and it translated. Subjectively, I felt it, and objectively, you went, yep. Confidence. I make a big plan. I write something out, a plan for the day, the week, an event, a circumstance, a scene. I write out all this stuff, what my incentives are, what I want to do, what I hope comes from this, and I shut that. And a year later, I do that scene, or I'm at that event, and someone comes up afterwards and goes, you know what that was, man? That was bop, 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 bop. And I'm like, that's exactly what I wrote a year ago.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to do. Pulled it off without saying one of those words. That's what you got from it? Yes. Confidence. Identity. Testing it out, and it can work. Confidence to go, I'm going to try and pull this off. Maybe get away with it. Maybe it won't work. Pulling things off. Translating without saying the word or without manipulation. Feeling when I am something that we have, when I have an innate ability for something, that I believe I have the innate ability, and I learn the reason behind that instinct and how to where's the right timing. Oh, and it'll work, I think, right here. Who's the audience I'm talking to? Oh, yeah, I'm going to make a plan for that sell, if it's all sales, for that transaction or whatever it is, and bam, it hits and it lands like I wanted it to. Dogs, damn it, was that deja vu? It happened. That's how I saw it. That, I get confidence from that. Humility while still maintaining confidence. I had a really tough relationship with humility, the definition, until I heard, I think it was Jordan Peterson's definition. Humility is admitting we have more to learn.
Without complacency, trust that time is on your side.
Yep.
What do you mean there?
Yeah, man. Don't get ahead or behind it. And then I can get in a rush. We got to watch ourselves getting ahead of time. And it's on your side. It's a little what I mean about the living longer and living more quality. Time's on our side. And we're forced to think and feel, especially today with how fast things move, that more productivity, faster pace, more information, faster pace, it's better. We're ahead of time a lot. But time's still moving at the same speed. And they're not given more than 24 hours a day, even though like a lot of people are looking for more. There's not any more unless you just sort of change your work day. And some people do. Me, I need my 9.5 hours sleep. If I want to say I'm getting 4 hours sleep and get 5.5 hours more of a work day to be more productive, I would, but I'm not making that trade-off. It's on our side. And when we're feeling like we're dancing with time, I know I'm usually getting as much, or I'm getting more done at the same pace than if it's the John Wooden, a great basketball coach for UCLA. Be quick, but don't be in a hurry. That was his note to his basketball players. Like, be quick, but don't be in a hurry. You will miss things. It's the Lego set, man. And you sit there and you get in a rush, you don't read the directions, you get to the end and you've got 12 pieces left. And you're like, shit. Because you got in a hurry. You got ahead of time. Instead of just that feeling of, I've checked out what I need to do and it's all adding up and this thing's built right and the foundation right, and boom, there's the last piece, it fits. Voila, it was with time. Time's on our side. It's not an enemy.